Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'll be walking you through Canvas quizzes by using the numeric and formula question types. Love these free math peeps, science peeps out there. Great tool to use. Today we already knew how to build a quiz. Now we're going to add two different types of questions here. First one we're going to talk about today is numeric. Second one we're going to talk today about is the formula. So let's jump in right into the numeric type question. So when you open up a new question, top part you're just labeling. You can label it a TEK, you can label it what you're doing. It's just really a label for the question. It's not the question itself. The next box you're going to look at is the where you're going to type in your questions itself. You can do it Word format, video, pictures, English peeps out there. You can do a document or history documents, math and science peeps. They have tables and equation editors also. So either way you want to formulate your question there. And the good thing about this question type is if you want exact answers, rounded answers, answers to a certain significant digits. It's all in this question. These are all four open at the same time. You only have to pick one, but for this video, I wanted to show you each one. The first one's exact response. If it's like basic questions like this where you just need that one answer, nothing else works, you can do the exact response, type the number in, and that's what they got. The next one's margin of error. For those of you that, if they have rounding, different rounding methods, you can do a margin of error, or in science, margin of error in your experiment. You can use the margin of error, type in the answer, plus or minus the error in percent. The next one you can use is the within range. You can start at a low number or high number and go from a range. If you've got different ways, like in math, we use pi 3.14, the pi button on the calculator. If there's going to be a difference of answers, you can do a range and they can fall within that range. And then you have precise response. You can put in a number, and if you're doing rounding or you want to round to significant digits, you can do that question also. I like this one because it'll grade it right away. Get as long as you put in the right answer, the right part of the answer, you can get that right. We will look at what a question looks like here in a little bit at the end. But what that ends up being is like this. There's the correct answer. There, the student version will be a blank, and they have to type in numbers. And we're going to move to the next one. Next one is a formula equation or question. When it opens up, type in your header there. This one's a little bit nitpicky, but it's cool. You'll get the question box down here. You put in the question that you're going to ask below. I put in up here. It says x equals x in the backticks, which the backticks are the button underneath the escape button on your keyboard. Basically, you got to define your variable because what this will do will take your variable and however many different versions of the answer you would want, the question you would want, it would do that. So I defined it as x equals x, which won't, this second x won't show up as an x, it'll show up as a number when the students see it. But type in whatever your variable is, like that, and then type in your equation or question you want to ask the students with the variable there. Now, how this works is once you define the variable, it'll bring it down here. If you want to do multiple variables, you just got to do multiple, x equals y equals z equals, and define those variables. This min and max tells you how many different numbers you want to use, if you want to use decimals or not, for the answers that they put in. Now come down here, you're just basically writing the formula on how to solve. It's really simple, just put that in. And then the best part is you can have anywhere from one solution to over 200 solutions if it's possible. And what ends up happening is they generate, after you put in how many you want and all the margin types and everything, you can click this button generate and it'll generate the number of solutions. Like this one's not necessarily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. they picked out 5 different solution X values that they would use, and then that's the result, and that's what the student should be putting in. It's really cool to help you not only have multiple different the same questions, but it doesn't have them have the same question to where they just look over at their partner and copy it, whatever. They got different versions of it. So this is cool. And then once you get that all up and going, notice the question up here. It's not x equals x anymore. It's x equals 1, x equals whatever numbers they put in there. And then the question it asks you, and then your answer. So I want to go over always check your quizzes before you send them out. You can do that by hitting this preview button. So the numeric one, when this pops up and loads, they have blanks. The numeric one, it was the square root of 81. You just type in that number. Notice that changed from a 1 to a 7 on question 2. This will, on the student by student, it'll change that x value now that you've defined it. So what they have to do is take that x value, plug it in. 200 times 7 is 1400. And this is a good way to double check yourself, make sure you inputted everything right, and it'll auto grade real quick and show you the answer. But it's cool. I like them both, especially math and science. You don't have to hand grade. It'll do it for you as long as you set the parameters up for it. I hope you learned a little bit about numeric and formula questions on Canvas. Thank you. Have a good day.